I'm Nando Rodriguez, your breakthrough coach, and today it's all about your fear of failure. Because if you didn't know, now you do. Only 78.5% of small businesses survive their first year. 23% of businesses fail because they don't assemble a good enough team. 13% of small businesses collapse because they lose focus. And 7% are doomed by their failure to pivot. If you are an entrepreneur, those are some very important stats to keep in mind for 2020. They are indicators of what? Of how you perform and how your team performs and how your business performs. And they also point to something else, the degree by which you let imposter syndrome impact you. In today's video, I will unpack how failure and imposter syndrome are related, like cousins, maybe even siblings. I don't know. The jury is still out. So are you ready to dive in? Give me a thumbs up and let's go. When you make the choice of leaving the employee world and step into being your own boss world, there's no script, formula, or roadmap that's a one-size-fits-all. But success leaves clues, little nuggets, and you take what applies and learn from as many people as you can. But at the end of the day, it's your journey and your product, service, and brand that must survive the competition and the evolving markets. Inside that, failing, or as I like to call it, being ineffective in what you set out to do, to sell X amount of widgets or get X amount of contracts, comes with consequences, especially if others are depending on your income. So the pressure's high. So how do you deal with your fear of failure when imposter syndrome is knocking at your door? Number one, it's all about what you're making it mean. What does failure mean to you? Loser, you aren't good enough, what will people think? Listen, I've been there myself. When I created my coaching practice, it was a full 6 months until I told anyone, just in case things didn't work out. And it was a full year. Do you guys get that? A full year before I updated my own LinkedIn profile. If I would have known then what I know now. I made failing such a significant thing. Now, no way. I know from talking with enough people that I admire inside their entrepreneur journey that it's just part of the process. It's a fact. There's a whole notion of failing fast in order to get where you want to be, or failing forward. It's a great mindset shift. I can tell you 3 things I've set out to do this past month alone that were ineffective. So what? So what? Stop it. Seriously, stop it. Stop beating yourself up. It won't speed up the success factor. And if you're looking at the fear of failing inside of, I'm the failure, well, then that doesn't work either. And see, that's the main difference between men and women. Men will look at the thing and be like, oh, the thing failed. Women look at the thing and think, I failed. No, you didn't. The launch failed. Your course failed, not you. Fear of failure often leads to unconscious self-sabotaging. And I can always tell what level of success my clients are already in by the way they handle being ineffective. And let me tell you, I set them up to fail. There's a certain assignment that I give them, right? Because I want them to let go of the shame and the significance. It's the only way. See, imposter syndrome will have you thinking you're not good enough, and your relation to what you make failure mean will either make you or break you. Number 2, how fast can you get empowered? Listen, it's okay to be down in the dumps and to feel whatever's happening. I call it the entrepreneur grace period. And you have to pay attention to the things that disempower you because they will take you out of the game. All right, so here's a little personal story. Okay, you guys ready? Great. All right, confession time. I was working on a video series and I called up a new friend to help me out with it. 1, because I didn't want to sound dumb and I didn't know what I was talking about. And 2, because it was super early on in my coaching career and I was totally insecure. I know, right? Well, we did the videos, we had so much fun. And then a few days later, I went to go look at the footage, right? And there it was. I sounded dumb. I looked even dumber. I had purple hair at the time. I know. And she was just on fire, the expert. I was like, oh my God, no one is ever gonna want to hire me as a coach. These videos will never see the light of day. And I'll just lie and say that the quality was bad or that the sound was off, right? And then it happened. I was in bed for a whole week. I was down, depressed, hopeless, like the whole drama queen came out. The big and powerful Nando was wiped out by 3 YouTube videos and imposter syndrome on loudspeaker. Now, what got me out of bed? Being with the what so. Listen, that was her field, dating. She was a matchmaker. She was a dating strategist and an excellent one. And I was just stumbling around introducing her in my own videos. I was comparing my 3 months to her 5 years. Not fair, not apples to oranges. I was totally not owning where I was at. Before we go on any further, I have to ask you, have you ever felt disempowered because you thought someone was better than you at something? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. So listen, once I let go of the I'm not good enough, I was empowered and I edited and posted the videos. And no one watched them. Like, no one watched them. The videos are like the lowest viewed ever. Maybe my mom and my Shih Tzu Leona watch, but that's it, okay? Here's the lesson. Feel your feelings inside the entrepreneur grace period. By the way, I gave myself a week. That's not acceptable. 2 days max, okay? You got that? And then jump back into the game, all right? How do you get empowered, though, if you're not a coach? You get a coach. So these are tiny things that aren't major setbacks, right? They're not like the big things that are gonna keep you in bed for a week anymore when you have someone to talk to about them. Or you reach out to a trusted mentor and get authentic with where you are disempowered. Help them help you with your faulty thinking. And this leads me to today's Nandoism. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. If this video made a difference for you and you discovered or learned something new about yourself, share it. And listen, subscribe to my channel. Hit that bell so you know when the next one is out. I have an offer for you. Let's create a shift together inside of your business. Set up a call with me today. Listen, no obligation. Let's discuss how I can help you with the self-doubt that pops up, or the imposter syndrome that keeps you from going for it, or the fear of failure you're experiencing. I want to help you create all the things that lit you up in the first place when you chose this journey of entrepreneurship, including unlimited income. So listen, just do it. Set up a call with me today. The link is in the description, and let's create a breakthrough in what's impacting you as an entrepreneur. Let's do this now. Listen, I know you want me as your coach. I'm Nando Rodriguez, your breakthrough coach, and remember, I'm here empowering you to create unlimited impact, influence, and income.